Hey, guess you guys have been wondering where I've been the last couple of days? Where to begin? January 25th, 2019, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yep, I was there. My pre-purchase through Fanatical CD key website, very reputable. Got my key, I was happy, redeemed it on Steam, downloaded, installed it, went to play it, and yep, surprise. Congratulations, Capcom. But not really. You kinda fucked up. And I'm about to dive into why you fucked up with the PC version of Resident Evil 2 Remake. So, to quickly summarise what's going on here, Capcom obviously released their game on the Friday, decided to fuck off, and even still to right now, Monday morning, and we still don't have a fix for Resident Evil 2 Remake on PC. And you're probably asking yourself, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with the PC version? A hell of a lot, that's what's wrong. First off, the game is suffering from a very major game-breaking graphical glitch bug that we're all referring to as the brightness lighting bug. And well, as you know, lighting is very crucial in this game because the game is surrounded in just sheer darkness, you know, from the light of your flashlight, you know. But yeah, to dive into it just for a little minute, the glitch bug is basically to do with the in-game lighting, the brightness, and what's happening is the lighting in-game engine, of course, even in cutscenes actually, because everything is in engine. It's as if the lighting just isn't showing up to do the job. And I'm not going to talk too much right now, but I'm going to dive in right now. I'm going to dive in and I'm going to provide the proof and the evidence that this isn't hardware. This definitely isn't hardware related to some extent. To some extent it is related to hardware, but it's also software. This is software that's causing it. But I'm guessing there's a conflict between hardware, because to jump in just a second, my hypothesis of it would be, I believe, and I strongly do believe, that this bug is related to modern and older GPU hardware. Because I've been speaking to other people in the Steam community and everybody else around the web that are currently playing on PC. I've been speaking to them, and it seems that it's all in relation to, we all have, you know, from I'd say as late as 9 series Nvidia GPUs to as early back as 6 series, you know, GTX. Me, I'm sitting in round about, well, to quickly run off my computer specs, at the moment, I mean, I bought my computer in 2014, so it's getting dated now, but still very capable, very capable. But my PC specs as they are right now are Intel Core i7 47070K, 16 gig of DDR3 RAM, clocked at 1600 MHz. Nothing too fancy, very capable, does the job. With my trusty, well worth it, get great mileage out of it, my Nvidia GeForce GTX Titan Black Superclock Edition GPU, and that card has done me a good few years. I haven't had to upgrade since I bought it. I'm still getting the highest FPS with everything maxed out, and yeah, very capable card. and I've had no issues on any other game apart from this game. This is the first game ever in history I've ever had a problem. And yeah, I've played some bad PC ports like Batman Arkham Knight and Alien Colonial Marines, and yeah, there's been a lot of shit bad ports over the years, but right now as it stands, this is one of them. And a lot of the fanboys won't want to admit that, and I'm a fanboy, won't want to admit that, but we have to admit facts when they're presented to us, and this is one of them in this video. Is if we want to get this problem fixed and we want to, you know, build awareness and get Capcom and Nvidia to acknowledge that there's a fault in bugs and glitches in this game and possibly in the driver software, then we need to get them aware and get this fixed ASAP. And I'm hoping Capcom, please Capcom, I'm trying to be as diplomat and be as critic, but also in a positive light. Just plea that you take this seriously and you fix these bugs, mainly this graphical brightness lighting bug, because I'm about to showcase it here, that I do believe that newer hardware like 10 series and beyond is working perfectly fine, but older hardware prior to that time is the ones that are suffering from it, and I'm one of them. But there's many hundreds of thousands out there, and I've already seen all of the people requesting refunds, and I've even seen people actually going through with refunds on Steam. So this does need fixed, and we're going to dive into it right now and get into the meat and potatoes of it. I'm going to do this raw as a fucking onion, because I don't really want to, you know, edit and, you know, go through all the wee, you know, the way I usually do things. I want to kind of keep it as genuine as I can for you, but anyway, that's the way I am in general. So let's dive into it right now. We're going to get into it. So here we go. Here's my desktop. So nothing too fancy. You'll see down here in my notification section, you can see I'm not running anything too fancy. I've just got the basics of what my computer runs, but more or less nothing is running right now. Computer's just idle, more or less. I have, of course, Streamlabs opened up. That's what I'm using to record. That's my recording software and streaming software. So here we go. Open Steam, we'll dive in, and yeah, let's get this started. And you know, I've actually recorded this video now for going on to the 5th time, and that's no joke. I've done this video about 4 or 5 times now, because people keep chatting my door, the buzzer keeps going, my dog keeps yelping. Like, I can't get a break to actually make this video. And if it happens again, I'm sorry, but this is the video that I'm recording and putting out. I don't want to have to deal with this. It's driving me nuts just trying to make this video. So where to begin right now? Okay, let's jump in here, find the game. Cool, here we are. Just to quickly show you. Okay, so here we go. So of course this is the game running locally on my PC, and you can see already the black levels are just pure grey. I mean, even comparing this to Resident Evil 7, which, by the way, for the record, this exact same bug was present, and this is through me looking up research, because I've done nothing but doing that over the full course of the weekend, because I've tried every way I can to get this working and I've not been able to do it. But this exact same bug has been present in the Resident Evil 7 demo. Yeah, the Resident Evil 7 demo a few years ago. It then made its way into the final product of the final game, and then here we are about a month ago, less than a month ago, only a few weeks ago, That same problem appeared in the one-shot demo for Resident Evil 2 Remake. I know, like, what the fuck, man? Seriously, Capcom? And then, what do you know? It's made it into the final game of Resident Evil 2 Remake. I'm speechless at this point. Of course, I wasn't really aware of this bug with Resident Evil 7, but I'm damn well aware of it with Resident Evil 2 Remake. But yeah, here we go, we're going to get into it. So, I'm going to quickly dive into the options, give you guys a look at how I've got this configured and set up. And it only makes sense that I've got it set up with. So, as you can see, if you need to pause the video, pause it, quickly have a quick glance, just so you know where we're at. But so there's the controls, camera settings, display settings. But I'm going to click in to show you the brightness. So I'm going to keep the brightness at the default because that is actually normal, and I can prove that later on in the video. That is what the majority of us should be using, depending on what kind of panel you're using and so on, but you'll see why later on in the video. Okay, so down the audio, as you can see, image, and here we are, graphics. So here we are, we're going to dive into it now. The meat and potatoes of the graphics section. Okay, so first off, graphics API. We all know, well, at least if you don't know, fill you with some knowledge, I suppose. DirectX 11 is more suited, and you get more mileage out of it when you're running Nvidia GPUs. That's just common knowledge, at least, for most of us that are tech savvy and, we know our stuff. But yeah, DirectX 11, Nvidia. DirectX 12 seems to be more AMD focused when it comes to performance. So if you've got an AMD GPU, I would highly suggest DirectX 12, DirectX 11. You're better off, you're going to get better performance with an Nvidia GPU. So that's, what I'm saying there. And that's why, for my GPU, I'm sticking with DirectX 11. Even though I've tried DirectX 12 and I get lesser performance, but it doesn't fix anything. So, no advantages. So, DirectX 11. Wide full screen, going to keep with that. 1920 by 1080, 1080p, that's my native resolution on my monitor, so of course that's what I stick with. Normal for the rendering mode, image quality 100% because I want to run my game at the native resolution, of course. Refresh rate, 144Hz refresh rate, that is my native refresh rate of my monitor. Of course I want to take full advantage of that. Frame rate, I like to have my frame rate variable, unlocked, uncapped, unfiltered. Of course, if I've got the horsepower that I can drive those frames as high as, of course I want to take advantage of it. So that's why, I run all my games with this same configuration and nothing ever fails me except this game. VSync, of course I have the VSync off because why would I want to have a ceiling, of a limit? So again, sky's the limit, that old saying. And here we are, stuff like anti-aliasing. I keep with that FXAA times plus A, FXAA plus TXAA. I tend to stick with that. I've tried other settings like SAA, SMA, but I stick with FXAA plus TXAA. Texture quality, I've tried higher, it doesn't even do anything to the FPS, but I've got it high 2 gig now, even though you can see 6 gig on my Titan GPU. I can crank that up to more or less close to max and it doesn't affect the FPS at all, but I'm doing it on high at 2 gig just for the snowflakes out there that are more or less triggered by run your game at PS2 level quality, human is, because your computer's not capable of running this game, and I'm like, are you for real? I'm getting like 100 to 150 FPS for the most part, but okay, whatever. Anyway, let's continue. Texture filter quality, just stick with that. Same with these. I've had them on high and so on, but I'm keeping them all at kind of what you're seeing it right now. Of course, I've had screen space reflections disabled, enabled, volumetric lighting. I've got that on low. Once again, I think certain features like volumetric lighting, screen space reflections, shadows, I think all of that is all broken at this point, because you'll see in game why I say that. So we're just going to quickly finish here. I'll leave all of this on just for the sake of this video, but it doesn't really do anything with the image anyway. But as you can see, that is the settings as it stands right now. So here we go. I'm going to dive into it. So I'll do a new game again, even though I'm doing it from the beginning anyway. So here we go, okay?
Look, man, I'm serious, okay? I saw this with my own eyes.
Oh, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Just tell us a story. Tell us a story.
Okay, well, it was last Friday night. I was
Now you tell me what's wrong with this picture.
I figured she was drunk.
What's wrong with this picture?
Tell us, be honest now. How many drinks did you have?
No, man, I barely had a buzz on.
Oh, come on.
Look, just
No, seriously.
she got closer and I got a good look at her.
What the hell's going on?
Her eyes, her nose, her whole face.
Because I can tell you, I can't see jack shit.
Like a corpse. Like a walking corpse, man.
Sounds like my wife.
I've never seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep since that night.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Just, hey, you gotta stay strong, okay? Don't give in.
And this is happening in cutscenes as well as in-game, like gameplay. It's happening at all times. It's as if someone at Capcom has turned the lights out.
Come on. It's just getting good.
But you will see that I haven't, since I was in the graphics settings, I haven't actually done anything to fix it. But what you'll see right now, see?
Need some sleep.
It's as if it's coming to life and looking like the way it should look. But then it'll turn itself off again. And I'm speechless at why it's doing this. Certain moments the lights come on and the brightness is on, and then next thing you know it's off. I just don't understand what's going on. It's driving me mad.
What do I do? What am I gonna do?
And I can't see anything. Again, I can't see fucking crap. What is going on? Okay, I can just see the neon sign of the gas station, but that is it. Guess we'll see in a second. And by the way, for the record, my monitor is at max brightness. I'm running one of Samsung's newest Quantum Dot QLED monitors. It has really good black levels, but I've cranked the brightness all the way up. It's as bright as the monitor will go. That's why the screen looks very grey, but then again that's kind of the game as well, I suppose. But if I do boot up another game you'll see the difference. But anyway, you know, I'll let the video speak for itself. So you can see, you know, I mean I can just see that bit of light there, but apart from that, that's how dark it is. So I guess we'll proceed. I'm going to play up until we get to the RPD police station to let you see.
Hello? Anybody there?
don't like the idea that I've done this video like 5 fucking times, but
Something's not right.
as I said, man, everyone's been coming to my door, maintenance people, repair people, wanting to fix stuff here and there, and yeah, as I said, I can barely see anything here.
You alright?
I can just make out that.
Don't move. I'll be
So okay, it's gonna be so fucking dark right now.
Stop moving.
Officer, you need help?
Stay back, sir. I got this.
As I said, you can barely even make out the zombie.
You bastard.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly try and make this happen. Oh.
What the?
I'm only capable of knowing what I'm doing right now because I've done it about 20 times through trial and error trying to make this thing work.
Don't shoot! Get down!
You alright?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
You can thank me later, when we're safe.
Holy shit.
Come on! Get in! Hold on.
What was going on?
I don't know.
I'm gonna wait until we get to the RPD police station before
Yeah.
I dive into the settings and change things, just to show you the state that things are in.
No. I'm looking for my brother. He's a cop too.
Well, it's a good thing we found
But
each
you
other.
noticed how it's got even darker
I don't know
again?
what to expect anymore.
But you'll see that it'll brighten itself up and then it'll just go dark again, pitch black. And there you go, the lights have come right back on for this cutscene. The thing is, as a gamer, someone myself who's a die-hard Resident Evil fan, I've been waiting 20 so years for the next remake. I mean, I can remember when I was younger, 1998, I can remember playing the demo for Resident Evil 2 when it was on the, what was it, the Resident Evil Director's Cut. You got the demo for Resident Evil 2. I can remember playing the demo and then getting Resident Evil 2 and playing it and loving it, and one of my favourite games of all time. But waited all these years for a remake, and then here we are, finally got it. I can't even experience it because this is the shit I am, as well as everyone else, is having to deal with.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you were advised to take shelter at the
But again, if I didn't mention it already, Capcom actually on console on Friday released a patch for Xbox and PlayStation,
Police station's not much far.
and they didn't release anything for PC.
Yeah,
So even if there was a fix,
we're the only one.
I mean, I can't see Jack now, it's completely went again. But yeah,
Big city.
they didn't release a patch on Friday, so we've went all weekend of the launch of the game, and this is the state that it's in. And don't worry, I've got proof and evidence that proves that this isn't the way that it should be running. Just keep watching.
More like running.
Yeah, good call.
Leon, you gotta back up.
I've only played up until the RPD police station because I refuse to play any more of the game. I want to play it as a polished game. You only get to experience something like this one time, and then you have that reputation and the memory of it is tarnished forever. Kind of like Alien Colonial Marines. I'll never forget. Sorry, my dog was barking there. Again, I've tried like nearly 5 times to try to record this video, and it's just not happening. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Don't care how raw and you know how much I might not like it, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm alright. How about you?
So it's that dark I can't make shit out. And good luck to me trying to navigate my way to the police station from here. Even though it only lasts for like all of just 60 seconds.
I'll be there.
What the hell? I can't see anything. Am I going the right way?
This is out of control.
Why not? I'm sorry, I can't even see anything. What the hell, man? I can't see anything. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to try and change something right now. So the first trick people have suggested is turn on VSync. Okay, there we go. Will it do anything? Nope, definitely not. It's as black as my arsehole. Pardon my French. Or I should say my Scottish, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so, okay, I'm gonna have to try something else now. Let's try the FPS, locking it to 60. Nope, still not doing anything. Okay, let's try bumping down the image quality. Oh my god. So some stuff that I even tried before isn't even changing anything at this point. Okay. Let's bump it down to there. Okay, I think that's done something. And now you can see how bad my game is looking. My game is looking like a potato at this point.
It's everybody.
And I'm having to settle with a lock of 60 FPS when I can easily achieve 120, 150 at points.
There it is. The station.
I mean, look how bad that looks. So I'll make my way here. Okay. I thought I could get to the station and then dive into this technical analysis of how broken it is, but it just seems right now, well, to navigate there, you know, it wasn't happening. So, as you can see, okay. let's get in the RPD police station.
Hello?
So there we are.
Is anybody here?
We're in the police station, okay? I'm just gonna leave the controls idle. Jazz hands. I'm not doing anything. And we'll see what's going on. So, quick look, just to let you see what the quality is looking like. It's looking pretty trash looking right now. But let's go back in and look at the settings again. So let's throw my variable refresh rate back up, throw it back up to 100, and VSync off. So that's how the game's looking right now, okay? That's how dark it is. But watch this, okay? This is proof that clearly it's a bug and a glitch with the effects, and Capcom needs to patch it and fix it. Watch this, right? Just a second. Just yeah, I can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, right. I'm gonna have to try and enable something here that's gonna trigger the lights to come on. Okay, so back to turning VSync on, okay, as people have suggested. Okay, it's not doing anything. So we'll go back in the options, graphic settings, and from here we're going to turn 60 FPS lock on, okay? And what's crazy is this 60 FPS lock was actually working at one point, as in it wasn't perfect brightness, but it was brighter. But what it would do is it would come and go, it would fade in and out, but it's not doing it at all on camera, which is even more, you know, unusual. But I know something that will trigger it, but then you're going to see a lot of the issues that I'm experiencing. So I get VSync on 60 FPS. Try the 90. Okay. So you can see the game's brightness is back to where it should be. This should be the playable state of the game. But watch what's happening. As soon as I move away from where the light source should be, the game is just getting darker and darker and darker and darker. So dark until there's nothing left on screen. It's just complete pitch black. So I'm going to do the usual little jog round, see if I can get anything to appear. Nothing's working, and I'm walking into stuff right now, and there you go. Go outside. And you can see even out here, like, see how it's just died down all of a sudden? Okay, I'll just leave it sitting like that, and you can slowly watch it disappear in front of you. As I said, this is unplayable. And of course, if I turn round, it all comes back. So, don't know what's going on. I don't know if I can even play the game like this, so I'll try and play it now.
There has to be someone here. Not good.
David, Marvin, you there? I found a way out. It's in here. Send reinforcements. East, turn away.
I gotta find that guy.
As I said, it just keeps getting darker and darker and darker. So, and then it gets brighter, and then it's back to that. As I said, don't really know. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly see if I can. Let's see. I don't even know what else to try. I'll try this because this was one thing someone suggested. Try playing it in borderless window, and that kinda worked for a while as well. But at the same time, you'll notice how it kind of comes and goes as well. But we'll get to the point where we meet. What's his face? Marvin. And we'll see if it gets better or does it continue to degrade and just, you know, and go flaky and break on us during the cutscene, because I had that happen previously as well. But as you can see, it's just too dark. And you'll see in the next part of this video, I'm going to see about to show the proof that it's working for, because that's the thing. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to deny that it's definitely working for some people, but I do believe that people with newer hardware, like 10 series or above, they'll probably more than likely not have problems with this. But then I guess you can be the deciding factor in telling me if I'm right or I'm wrong, if you are experiencing this same bug on a later GPU than a 9 series GPU.
Jesus.
Open up! Hurry! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
I'll get you out.
Okay.
Please!
Give me your hand.
Help me!
I got you. Give me your other hand. Jesus Christ.
Now again, it's just gotten so damn dark. Oh, and now it's back to life. And then it'll die away. Comes and goes. Okay. So you'll see it just die in a second. And because I can't see jack shit, I'm just gonna have to make a break for it and hope that I get lucky.
Jesus! They're everywhere! Get the fuck off!
So it's looking like the lights are kinda back on at the moment, though it does still look really dark. Yeah, it's just too damn dark.
You're safe.
You can barely see the blood.
Thanks.
Marvin Browner.
Leon Kennedy. There was another off strike. I couldn't...
Here. I'm sure you did what you could, Leon.
Does anyone know what started this?
Not a clue.
And you'll see again it's affecting the cutscenes.
Well, I was supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away. I wish I'd come here sooner.
You're here now, Leon. That's all that matters.
Hey, Lieutenant, I'm ready.
Hopefully we'll be able to find a way out of this station. That officer you met earlier, Elliot. He thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
This is good news. We can get you to a hospital.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I just slow you down. Now, you'll need this.
Can't take it.
Stop. Don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. Take it out. Run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you'll see it's back on, looking kind of okay. And then I guess we'll see in a few seconds. Okay, so just leave it, and you'll start to see it'll just come and go, come and go. Yeah. So, let me see. So of course, I've had to move to borderless window. Still not really doing anything anyway, because it comes and goes. I'm fucking sure as hell not. I mean, there's no point in me dropping resolution. It's not going to do anything anyway. I've already tried. Image quality. I mean, you know, it's just degrading each time. Throw 60 Hz on, why not? Game will run like crap on a 144 Hz monitor. Oh god, it feels horrible. But yeah, let me see. Not an awful lot more that can be done, but yeah. And for the people that are like, oh yeah, why don't you just disable motion blur? Why don't you just disable depth of field? Why don't you just disable film noise? Why don't you just disable fucking everything? Well, yeah, let's do most of that right now. Okay, let's turn off the volumetric lighting. Let's turn off the screen space reflections. Let's just turn off shadows altogether. Okay, I guess I can't actually do that. I can do minimum. Okay, we'll do that. So let's try all of that I've just done there. And will it actually behave and work? So what I'll do is I'll play another 2 minutes just to get to the next stage to see if it holds up or does it degrade and die down.
How I imagined the first day.
Of course, once again, it's clear signs that, you know, there's faults with the game engine, or not the game engine, but the game itself. It needs fixed, it's bugged as hell. And this is just the one game issue that I have at the moment. I don't have all the other fatal crash, freeze errors and invisible wall glitches that everyone else is experiencing, because I can't even get that far into the game. Okay. I'm just going to get straight to the next point. Get to the point where I'm going to end it, and then we're going to pick up, well, not pick up, but we're going to redo what we've done already. I've got a nice shot considering I can't see anything. There we are.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, well, I think we've seen enough so far anyway. Because I mean, right now the game's pretty damn downgraded considering. I mean, I've had to put it in borderless window. Let's hope this is even recording in that mode. Don't even know if it is, but I guess we'll find out. Back to full screen. Let's see if full screen sticks, or is it going to go dark and die on me again? What's with all of that Yeah, I don't get it. And graphics again. Of course, you know, if I bump it back to my native resolution, you know. The fuck? Alright. Okay, back to my native resolution. Let's try and bump it back to. I'm going to turn it back to the way I had it at the start. You know, the way I would want to play it, like you see. And as you can see, it's all back to looking like shit again. Can't see jack. So yeah, as you can see, it's just not right. You know, this is the way that it's performing. But yeah, that seems to be it for now. But let's exit out, and I'm going to show the evidence and the proof that it's not happening to higher end GPUs. Now of course I don't have a second gaming PC or anything. I don't have, like, you know, I don't have a second computer to test. Not locally anyway. Just go in here just to check my settings before we leave out. So yeah, that's my settings. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly exit the game. Oh damn, I've got a bit of a migraine. Oh, as I said, it's not good. And this video's not even going the way I was expecting either. As I said, it's not cool, but okay, so I'm out of Steam. You're thinking, hey Mark, what the fuck's going on? How else are you going to test to prove to us that this isn't happening on slightly higher end hardware? Well, let's also to prove that, you know, let's just jump to it. Enough talking, enough talk. Now if you're not familiar with what Nvidia Grid GeForce Now is, Nvidia Grid GeForce Now is Nvidia's version of cloud gaming, gaming in the cloud. And I'm sure I'll touch on that in another video some other time, but here we go. I'm going to quickly, just, not that I need to, but just give you a quick idea, because I have access to this, thank God, just for testing purposes. But I've got my max byte rate at 100 megabytes per second. I'm running it at native 1080p. I can do it at the frame rate as high as 120 FPS, so that's good to know. You know, keeping it roughly like that, don't need to really do anything much to it. Anyway, let's get to it, right? So what we'll do is I'll quickly launch Steam, and then we'll go from there and do it. We'll launch it from Steam the same way that we launched Resident Evil 2 locally on my PC. So we're doing it like for like. That is the comparison I'm doing right now. The only difference is this is like state of the art data center cloud gaming infrastructure, you know. This is an Nvidia's, you know, Nvidia grid that we're running on. Okay, so that's us in. Have a quick look now just to make sure it's, yeah, it's looking okay. Okay, let's go to it. And as you can see, I've already got it here, installed in the cloud. All my DLC shows up. So let's do it. Okay. Don't know why it came up with that when it does work, but anyway, just dive into it. As I said, I've probably just jumped into it way too quick, but it's fine. Cool, it's going to work anyway. So I'm going to try and keep this apples to apples as I can. I'm going to do the settings the exact same way I like to play my games, the same way I started the video when I started, and you can compare that experience that we just experienced to this experience. So that's what we're going to do. So let's see. So right now, you can see, we can, if you want to go back, you know, you can see the settings are the exact same. Going to brightness again, it's in the middle, it's at the standard brightness level. So everything's the exact same, not done anything different. Go down to audio, language and graphics. So here we are, presets, and as you can see, I've got everything like for like. Of course, you know, we've already tried it at 60 Hz. This seems to be locked at 60 for various reasons. I'm going to keep it at variable, obviously, and as you know, I like to have it off for various reasons. Of course, I need to bump this to where I had it at, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to turn every single feature on. Yeah, that's right. That's guaranteed, like, asking for the game to break. Cool. And yeah, we'll turn that at max as well. Everything at max basically. And the reason I'm doing that is because, well, especially shadows, max out shadows should be even darker than like what I was playing, you know. But I'm maxing everything out just so you can see. And as you know how broken volumetric lighting and screen space reflections are, cranking that all the way up. Crank it up as well. So here we go. So everything is cranked up max as it'll go at 1080p, which I think is a nice, you know, where we should be playing at. Of course I could run it at 4K, but I don't have a 4K monitor, so it would just be like super sampled, upscaled. But yeah, that's us ready. So you can see my FPS up there on the top top left hand corner, as like before. And as you can see how high it is. So what we'll do is we'll do new game, and we're going to do it again. Except this time you're getting to see me not edit. I'm not changing a single setting in the game settings. when I keep it the way that I like to play my games, and you can see already, this looks like the way it should be performing. I mean, I can see already, look how clean, and I mean the black levels probably aren't perfect black or whatnot like they should be, but at least this is what the normal brightness, lighting profile should be at, what you're seeing right now. I mean, I can see everything. This is the way I should be experiencing it, but I can't because I'm having to resort to playing it in the cloud via cloud gaming, and I shouldn't have to do that. I have very capable gaming hardware that I'm gaming on right now, but I'm having to stream it. That's just fucking unacceptable, and Capcom should be absolutely ashamed of themselves.
Just getting good.
But I hope to God they get a fix out, patch it, get it fixed within the next couple of days, and I'll forget about it, I'll move on, I'll maybe try and enjoy the game. But as you can see, there's no graphical issues, there's no bugs, well, so far. With the lighting or the brightness, there's no bugs or anything. Like, it's just working, it just works. To quote Jensen, you know, Nvidia CEO, it just works. Now, what sort of magic sauce does Nvidia have with their Nvidia Grid GeForce now? I don't know. Older drivers, newer drivers, unreleased drivers, or do they have some sort of voodoo? I don't know, because it's the Steam version. It's the Steam version they're running, because clearly, you know, you've seen me go through the same process. But I'm going to get to the exact same spot, get to the safe room, and you'll see there'll be zero issues at all. It just works. And I'm speechless at this point. I don't even want to speak anymore, I just want the gameplay to show it. And the horrible thing I've noticed as well, and other people have reported this in the forums, I can't even play it like this and then move my save data from the cloud to locally to my PC, because Steam Cloud is broken on this version of the game. Not the Nvidia GeForce Now, I mean as in Resident Evil 2 Remake on PC right now, Steam Cloud is broken right now, it doesn't work. Because when I go back to playing it on my PC, my local PC, it comes up telling me my game save is incompatible with this version. So basically moving a game save over using Steam Cloud doesn't work via machine to machine. So I don't know what to say or what to do. I mean, of course, it's pretty smooth considering I'm playing this from the cloud, you know. But, and as you can see, the FPS pretty damn high considering, and I'm sure you probably clocked what the VRAM, you know, and the specs, if you caught them, what they are.
Hello? Anybody there?
Nvidia tends to run their Nvidia Grid GeForce Now service off of,
Something's not right.
obviously, server grade hardware. From my understanding, at least if you play certain games like Street Fighter and stuff like that, you can run benchmarks and it'll give you the exact specs, and usually it is like Intel Xeon processor, 128 gig of RAM system memory, running Nvidia Titan V graphics cards or Quadro cards. It really depends what data server you're connected to, but that's how you've got so much VRAM usage, that's why you're getting the FPS that you're getting. But yeah, as you can see, the game just looks beautiful, it's as bright as it should be, this is the way it's intended to be played, it just works. I can see every detail now. Now if you remember this zombie in the previous play, you can remember the detail that was missing in the jaw, and look at it, that's just perfect.
Freeze! I'll shoot! Fuck!
So you can see how detailed and just, you know. Okay. And as I said, it's perfectly seeable, perfectly playable at this, you know, with this level of brightness. But I don't have that.
Get down!
I don't have that on locally on my PC. I don't have that ability. And if we keep watching and we keep watching,
Yeah, I think so.
the cutscenes as Claire and Leon are in the car,
When we're safe.
and you can remember how bad the brightness got, it was pitch black. That's what happened here. It was that bad you couldn't see the rain. It was that dark.
Get in!
Hold on.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
So that's another thing
Yeah.
Capcom need to fix in the next update. They need to fix the Steam clouds so game saves can be transferred between PC and PC, machine to machine.
Looking for my brother. He's a
Because
cop
even
too.
a service like this or Shadow or any cloud gaming service, they won't be able to transfer game saves because it's broken at this point. And even if I played a game like this, I won't be able to transfer my game save unless Capcom patch it. So I have no option still to even play this game unless I want to play it like this and then leave all my progress here in the cloud where I can never get it back, more than likely. So it's not even a win for me having access to Nvidia GeForce now. There's no win for me right now. The only win for me can be a late win of getting the game well after everyone else has played it. I've already had most of the game spoiled via having to research the game to figure out, you know, fixes, and trust me, when I've been looking up YouTube videos looking for other people with the same faults and complaints, I've came across all of the YouTube thumbnails of all the spoilers of the game, and yeah, I've played the original game, I know the story, I know what's to be spoiled, but to see the stuff for yourself is just piss poor, you know, everyone else ruined it for everyone else's sake.
Due to the citywide outbreak,
But yeah, to get back on topic,
advised to take shelter at the
I've not had to go into the graphics options once, and this is just this just works.
God, this is so.
I mean, even this scene in the car, this was as black as shit.
They'll know
I
something.
couldn't see a thing.
Yeah, but. Whatever.
And here you are right now, you're seeing it, and I've not had to change anything, and it just works. It looks beautiful.
City.
I mean, it's not the prettiest looking game, but it's not like the way they advertised it in their trailers, where it had perfect blacks and just the detail, and clearly that's not reflective of the final product, so false advertising on Capcom's end. But I'm sure everyone accepts the game for what it is, because it's ended up, from the looks of it, it looks like it is a really good game. Unfortunately, I can't get to experience that, and same with the other hundreds and thousands of people on PC can't experience that. Of course, people with Nvidia GeForce GTX 10 series and RTX and above can experience this similar experience that I'm experiencing right now, because this is the level of hardware they're running to play the game. But then again, that's not guaranteed, because remember, we don't know what the secret sauce Nvidia in their data centers is running.
Hold on! okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. How about you?
Now, if you remember, we couldn't see anything in the streets. I had to actually go into settings and try and dial in any sort of fix I could get.
There. This is out of control.
You know, as you can see, it just looks amazing right now. One thing I'm disappointed with this game, but I honestly thought with a remake they could have extended the Raccoon City portion of the game. You know, like maybe have 40 minutes of the game opening where you're the struggle to get to the RPD police station. I thought they'd have done something like that for the game, but they haven't.
There it is. The station.
I mean, this part in the original 1998 version, you could take at least the first 10-15 minutes of just gameplay getting to the police station, but right now I've done that in less than 60 seconds, and there wasn't anything to interact with on the way as well, so it's like, that's just a design, you know, that's just a part of the design of how they decide to go about it, but I don't agree with it, I don't like it. Anyway, let's get in, see how this is going to play.
Hello? Is anybody here?
So same thing as the last time, jazz hands. Woo. I'm going to pan the camera around, see if we get any sort of weird lighting bug issues with the light, and then turn around, and more than likely we won't, because this just works, and I so can't understand how that's the case. So we'll do this, we'll go through what we've done, we'll get to the safe room again, and that's when we'll summarise and come to a conclusion and end the video. But I want to give this a fair apples to apples, you know, comparison, because you guys need to see that it just runs, and this is what people with the most probably up to date hardware are going to experience. This is the experience they'll be experiencing, except they don't have to stream it, they get to just play it locally on their PC. I'm not getting that, or none of us are getting that who are on modern to, you know. And the thing is, like, if I could get the brightness working on mine and just working, I'd probably be able to play it with at least 60 to 100 FPS. But I can't do that because, once again, the brightness is truly fucked. I'm sorry to keep swearing, but yeah. You can imagine all weekend you've not been able to play anything. Like, you've not been able to play the game you desired for years. You know, with anticipation, the hype that you've had for it. My heart's been crushed this whole weekend because I've not been able to play this. And I don't have a PS4 to play it on console. My brother has a PS4, but, you know, I don't even have the option to go to his to play it, because he decided to more or less take his PS4 to his girlfriend's. So yeah, I'm kinda screwed. I don't get the opportunity to go to someone's house to play it on console. This is my only fucking option that I paid full price for, pretty much. And as you can see, it's working. I mean, it plays okay in the cloud. It's not as smooth as it would be locally, but it feels smooth enough that after 5 minutes of playing, not even 5 minutes, after like a minute of playing, especially with Nvidia's Grid GeForce Now service versus every other game streaming service, I'd say this is the cutting edge, the best that we're going to get now. I'd say until we get Microsoft's Project Cloud with the next generation Xbox, we don't really know. This is the best that we can get at the moment when it comes to cloud gaming. And Nvidia's doing a pretty damn good job at showing it off here. Of course the latency could be a bit better, but I think so far it's pretty damn good. It's a pretty damn good job so far, but as you can see, this scene here was black as balls. But you can see right here we've got all the detail, all the clarity, the vividness, the contrast, the brightness. Oh, that's beautiful. Poor Elliot. But yeah, so... Okay. Okay. And the thing is, I can see everything now. I mean, it's not perfect, but
They're everywhere.
you look how perfect that was. All I can say is there's no issues like this. Of course, yeah, the only complaint other people will have is, yeah, the level of blacks aren't black like the way they showcased it in the trailers, and, you know, but it's still very capable and, you know, acceptable to some extent. But what I'm having experienced locally on my PC isn't acceptable.
For now.
Thanks.
Marvin Browner.
Leon Kennedy. There was another off strike. I couldn't.
Here.
So I'm even noticing how detailed like his RPD badge is, and the facial hair, like just everything like is so detailed and realistic. The facial animations, you name it.
But honestly, all you need to know is that this place will eat you alive if you aren't careful.
But I can't see any of
I was
that.
supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away. I wish I'd come here sooner.
You're here now, Leon. That's all right.
If there's anyone from Capcom, honestly, like even watching this video or reading the forums, please take this seriously. We need this fixed. This is game breaking.
That officer you
This is
Elliot,
really
thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
people who are suffering from this game breaking bug should be
We can get you to hospital.
leaving negative reviews on
I'm
Steam.
not just gonna leave you here.
You're in your right to leave a negative review,
You save yourself first.
and that's what I've done so far. I've left a negative review. If they update the game and fix the bug, I'll update my review. But apart from that, they shouldn't be getting praised for releasing a piss poor port of a game.
Don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. Take it out. Or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
See, I'm sitting here and I'm forgetting that I'm streaming this. Yep. What am I doing? Wrong way. So yeah. Quickly get to the safe room and then we can summarise.
This is not how I imagined my first day.
I've been spending a lot of hours trying to talk to other people, try and figure shit out. Trust me, I've been up all night trying, you know, I've just been trying. So yeah, here I am. I'm sure you remember this bit. I'm sure you can remember how it looked. It looked okay, but not great. I'm sure you can see what it is right now. And again, I haven't had to change a single setting, it's just worked. So I'm not saying every user is experiencing these plagued bugs that we're experiencing, but clearly, you know, it is affecting people who are probably more than likely on modern to low-end hardware. And we'll just do a quick re-jog round, get to where we need to get to. Okay. Gotta say, the sound stage in this game is amazing. Sorry, it's kind of addicting. Jeez, man. Yeah. This game will be amazing once we get it. Okay, let's get to where we're going to get to, because I think we've done enough. And we'll just leave it here, because, you know, there's not really much to do. I mean, even with the lights off, as you can see, everything looks the way it's more than likely meant to look. At least I watched enough of small, quick console analysis videos, and you know, I've watched Digital Foundry, I've watched other YouTuber channels, and the Residents of Evil, and you know, I've been watching a lot of channels that I even watch, but yeah, I've pretty much tried to find if there's anywhere else with issues. Yeah, sorry, neighbours. But yeah, anyway guys, as you can see, it's still running through my GeForce now. But yeah, this version, which I'll quickly throw the graphics up just for you to see, everything is the way we left it when we started. And if that was capable of running at 144, I'm sure it would make a difference. And I don't even assume that putting the settings down anymore would make a difference. But yeah, there's not really much more to say to it, you know. It was simple as letting them know in the forum, hey listen, there's a brightness lighting issue with the game, it's game breaking. I mean, they have quality assurance testers, game testers, that are meant to test all of this before it hits the final product. But then he was even there in the demo, the one-shot demo. It just shows, man, like, where their head's at, you know. willing to take the money from all the fans and then maybe patch what they can patch after the game's launch. It's piss poor business practices, and you know, I don't agree with it. I can't even get a refund. I mean, I could maybe try and reach out to Fanatico and hope that they would maybe refund me, but I want to play this eventually on PC. I hope I can play it with this hardware that I've got right here. I mean, my PC, I can play any other game on PC with the highest FPS, the highest frame rates, with most of the graphics maxed out, and it just works. This game, I don't tend to like to play games when they first release because of bugs and glitches, but I've never experienced anything like this. I really haven't. This is game breaking. It's no wonder I don't even want to try and play it like anymore going forward, because as I said, even though there's sections like at the end when I left off the first when I was doing it locally on the PC, where we finished off this exact spot, remember, as I got to different areas, the game again started to get darker and lighter, and the light would come and go, and it just wasn't acceptable. Like, you can't play through a full completion of a game like that and you don't know if it's coming and going. It's just not acceptable. There's not much else really to say about it. I wish, I really do, trust me, I'm heartbroken with this. I wish it was something I could do if there was a hack with the modding community, you know, if we have to fix the game ourselves, but no, this is clearly something that Capcom themselves have to fix. And then as for other people who are reporting invisible walls, they can't get through doors, I've heard bugs like Mr. X won't even walk through doors to chase after you, like stuff like that. That's game breaking as well. Right, Zara. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and yeah, I'll be back on later on with maybe something different, but this was me showing what the evidence that I've found, my hypothesis of what I've managed to come up with, theories, but I hope it was enough to convince Capcom and hopefully convince the community enough to come together and try and get Capcom to listen and get them to fix this game. It needs fixed as soon as possible on PC, at least on the console. They've completed it within the first night of it releasing, because the console version was released more or less perfect. There's so much bad problems with fatal crashes, freezing, and that's what I've heard everyone else experiencing, but what I'm seeing right here is I've had no crashes and it's just worked. The lighting is working perfectly fine, but the lighting is the biggest culprit right now. People can't even play the game to get to other game breaking problems. This is the biggest problem this game has to face and overcome the hurdle, and I hope Capcom can patch this. So please, Capcom, please, for the love of God, I'll forgive you and I'll move on and I'll play the game and probably more than likely enjoy it if we can get this patched and fixed up, because believe it or not, I love Resident Evil 7. I love most of the games in the series, and I was damn excited to play this, but I was left heartbroken on the weekend of it coming out, and here we are Monday afternoon now and I still can't even play it. I mean, I could play it on here in the cloud, but once again, it's like, this is a game streaming service that people have to subscribe to, and it's not cool. It really isn't cool. Please fix your game, Capcom. I'm begging you, please fix this. Do right by the community. PC is the biggest gaming community on the planet. It's bigger than all the other platforms combined. Don't like, if you're a console gamer and you don't like that, face the facts. PC is the biggest gaming community. It's got the biggest growth, and it's where the most money's been made. That's just how it is. If you're triggered by that, I'm sorry. It's just that's hard facts I'm stating for you. Not much else I can say about that. I'm glad it's working great for console gamers. I'm glad it's working for some PC users with the highest end hardware that it's performing like this. I mean, I'm experiencing that right now with playing it like this, but as I said, it's not really practical and it's not a solution in any means. Because remember, this could go tits up at any time as well. The lighting could just go at any time, but it just seems to be holding up on this exact configuration of hardware. So I don't know what that means. But anyway guys, I think that just about does it. I'm going to get the hell out of here, and yeah, I've been up all night, so I need to get some sleep, but hopefully I can wake up to some good news. I hope so. Anyway, if you liked the video, you know what to do. If you disliked it, you know what to do. You can dislike it, do what the fuck you want, I don't care. This video is made for the purpose of awareness, and hope Capcom can fix this. So please Capcom, please fix this. And yeah, I'm gonna get the hell out of here, man. Hope this has been entertaining. See, that's what the demo, or at least that's what the service Nvidia Grid GeForce Now does. After, I don't know how many minutes it's been, maybe 10 or so minutes, but that's what it'll do, you know, to check if you're still there. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, and yeah, hopefully I'm not the only one making the effort here to do this. But anyway, I'm jaded, I'm tired, I just want to get to play this. Please Capcom, fix it, and the rest of you guys, stay awesome, and I'll be on the forums, probably I'll even post this video on the forums directly, so you guys can check it out. I'd appreciate the support. If you know, I know I'm getting no traction with likes or subscribers on YouTube anyway, so I'd appreciate it if you want to, if you like the content, that I'm making. I'd be making a hell of a lot more content. Like when I'd probably have this up and on my channel, live streaming it, but I might do it via GeForce Now. That's the option I have right now, but I don't know if it's an option I want to take, because remember, first impressions are everything when you play a new game, and playing a remake like this, if some people have waited 20 years for, like myself, I don't know if I want to experience it playing it through the cloud. But anyway, I want to play it locally on my PC the way, that was intended. That's when I bought it. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Peace. Catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Ta-da.